Hi everyone, welcome back. We're heading into episode 1 of season 2 of Call It What You Want. Now, it kind of ended for the four main leads in a more positive, or at least heading in towards a positive situation, but we do still have T to deal with and Bass's sexual assault, so that still has to come out, and I don't know how they will deal with that in season 2 because T will still be a main issue. And I'm not sure how long it takes after the end of last episode. Does it head straight away from that moment? So it's just a continuation. We'll see. And I don't know how James and Aid are going to keep their relationship a secret or the consequences of it. They look like they were in the same clothes from the end of the finale, right? Season 1, so this must be that night.
กินเลยนะ
Sure. Either way. No wonder they're all so slim when they eat that amount. Uh-oh. Good, not. Okay, so not, I guess. Yay! What's he going to say?
รสชาติแบบเนี้ยไปเปิดร้านเถอะ
You can never tell if someone's just being sweet because they're in a relationship or genuinely it was good.
อ้าวไหนจานอีกอ่ะ
He wants you to eat, he wants to see you happy.
อิดเชื่อว่าพี่ตีจะต้องผ่านเรื่องเลวร้าย
Oh,
ไปได้
really? I mean, that's not actually a shock. People in power seem to win all the time.
ทีมพี่ตี
Maybe not with this show.
แม่งโคตรปลอมเลยอะ
Yeah, it really is.
อิดยังไม่รู้พาสเวิร์ดทวิตเตอร์ตัวเองด้วยซ้
Okay, I have heard actors and their management using their
สักวัน
Twitter accounts, and not the actors, I should
ค
say.
นเขาก็ต้องรู้ความจริง
Someday, the problem is how many other people are going to be hurt in the
ำแต่
meantime.
บาสเนี่ยดิเจ๊ว่าเราจะทำยังไงกันดีอะ
I don't think there's anything you can do but be there for
เรา
Beth.
ต้องคิดกันให้เยอะๆเพราะคนอย่างพี่ตีเนี่ย
But then, what about your careers? This is where it gets really tricky.
แล้วถ้าเกิด
Here's this.
มาโคโทรมา
Oh, okay.
ก็รับดี
Yeah.
ฮัลโหลตามนะว่าไงมึง
ตอนนี้กูอยู่ที่ทะเลกับปัน
Okay.
นะ
Maybe put it on loudspeaker to show a bit of trust between
ไป
them.
ตั้งแต่เมื่อไหร่อ่ะ
So this is that night.
อยู่โลเดียวกับที่มึงมาถ่ายซีรีส์
อ๋อ ดีละดูแลน้องเขาด้วยล่ะ
Yeah.
แหน่นี่หึง
In this point, you can see why he would be jealous because it's clearly Marco has
ดูแล
feelings
เจ
for
นดี
you.
อย่างกับแฟนอะ
อยากดูแลเราเหรอ
Well, that's what he's trying to do with the food.
เราให้ดูแลไหมล่ะ
ถ้างั้นพรุ่งนี้เรียกมันมาถามตอนหน้าเลย
เจมส์จะถามพี่เขาว่าอะไรอะ
Oh, that's going to be
ถาม
awkward.
ว่ามันไม่ได้คิดอะไรกับเราใช่ไหม
กล้า
I mean,
Hi.
he's going to have to because you're uncomfortable
แล้วถ้า
and he doesn't want that.
พี่มาโคเขาตอบว่าชอบอะ
ถ้ามันตอบว่าชอบเหรอ
Leave the cat can wait.
เรายอมหน้าไปซุกตูดพลอยเลย
Okay, maybe someone take the cat away.
พี่ว่า กุ้งตัวเนี้ย เวลามันถูกฆ่า
This dark place he's in is very scary.
มันเจ็บไหมครับ
It's that constant feeling of death that he wants to come.
ก็เจ็บนะ
แล้วมันจะมีวิธีไหนไหมอะครับ ที่จะตายโดยไม่ต้องเจ็บอะ
Old age in your sleep? Or in your sleep?
บาสชอบภูเขาหรือทะเล
This would be a nice moment for them to connect.
ผมก็ไม่รู้อะ
I feel like no one asks Bass about himself and what he likes, what he wants to do with his life. I feel like he's just thrown around.
พี่คิดยังไงเหรอครับ ถึงพาผมมานี่อะ
ก็บาสต้องการวิตามินซี
His jokes are really bad, but I like that he's trying anything to make him feel better.
ผมว่าจะเอาไปอุ่นนะครับ
มันไม่ต้อง พี่กินได้
มันเย็นหมดแล้วพี่
ไม่เป็นไร
Should you keep reheating it though?
จริง
ผมอุ่นแป๊บเดียวนะ
ๆ ไม่เป็นไร เดี๋ยวกินโชว์ให้ดูเลยนะ
And with what both of them are going through, this is actually quite nice for them to build up this sort of relationship, friendship that they've got going on.
อร่อยมาก
The only person to make Bass smile.
แหมพี่ อร่อยเสียงซะสูงนะ
ทำไมเสียงเป็ดอ่ะ แต่เฉพาะตอนพูดว่าคำว่าสูง
สูงครับ ไม่ใช่สูง
Oh yeah, because he's Chinese, isn't he?
สงสัยภาษาจีน คงไม่มีเลข 7 มั้ง
No, but both of you have a few tones.
อะไรคือเลข7อ่ะ
ก็ไอตัวอะไรนะ ที่มันอยู่ข้างบนสอเสือพี่
สระอ๋อ เขาเรียกว่าวันอายุ
It says 5 in Thai. How many are
ผม
is
ก็
there
ไม่
in
ชัวร์
Chinese? I'm sure there's quite a few as well.
คนไทยจริงปะเนี่ย
คนไทยดิพี่ นี่เดี๋ยวผมโชว์ให้เลย
You want them?
กากากากากา
See, that's 5
เป็น
tones.
ไง มีอีก
อืม
นาหนาหน้าน้า
มั่วละ
So confusing as well because obviously you hear like extended of the vowels and then the shortness of words and then the breath that you create in different tones.
นาหน้านา
See?
นาหนา
Wow. Because they don't, not all of them sound
บาส
massively different. Some do.
ไอปะเนี่ย ต้องให้คนไต้หวั
Oh, he's Taiwanese. They said he was Chinese. Oh, he's Taiwanese. Okay.
แล้วใครสอนพี่พูดไทยอะครับ
Because he was trying really.
พูดคล่องเชียว
เจน
And then the tone shifts.
พี่มาโคครับ
Is he going to tell
ผ
him?
มถามอะไรพี่อย่างได้ปะ
ถามดิ
คือผมไม่ได้อยากจะละลาบละลวงอะไรนะพี่
When anyone says that, they're going to be just say it.
แต่ว่า ผ พี่ชอบเจมส์ใช่ปะ
เขาสังเกตยังไงว่า ใครชอบใคร
แค่มองตาก็รู้แล้ว
I don't know.
งั้น ลองมองตาพี่ แล้วบอกพี่หน่อยสิว่า ตอนนี้พี่ชอบเจมส์หรือเปล่า
So this must be where Bass is becoming attracted to him. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like in this moment. Yeah, here we go. See this music, he's looking at his face. Okay. He's gonna throw up. I think he is.
ขอโทษครับ
What is this weird throwing up mechanism he has in certain situations? When he gets
พี่
uncomfortable,
ผมไหมเนี่ย
yeah, I would be if you threw up on me twice. Oh, here we go. So this must be when they go on the beach. Also, interesting how it looks. Here we go. This is the opening. It's interesting how it's white here, but red, like flames, like for James and A. Look at him.
มองพี่ขนาดนี้ รู้หมดแล้วมั้งว่าพี่คิดอะไรอยู่
Yeah,
ใครมองอะพี่
you.
ผมไม่ได้มองซะหน่อย
Oh, flirting. Look at him flirt.
สร้อยที่พี่ใส่อยู่อะมันสวยดีนะ
เนี่ยนะ
You gonna give it to him, or just explain where it's from?
ที่ไต้หวันมีตำนานเรื่องทะเลสาบชื่อว่ารื่อเย่ถันลองพูดสิ
ยุยเว่ถัง
รื่อเย่ถัน
ยุยเว่ถัง
Now he's trying to change his tone.
เขาเล่าว่าคู่รักที่ปรับมังกรคือพระจันทร์กับพระอาทิตย์ แล้วพระจันทร์กับพระอาทิตย์ก็คงรักกันตลอดไป
What a
สร้อย
beautiful
สองเส้นนี้
imagery.
เป็นของขวัญวันแต่งงานของพ่อกับแม่ที่เชื่อในตำนานนี้
I wonder who was the moon and who was the sun.
พ่อแม่พี่นี่โรแมนติกดีนะครับ
Uh-oh. What's he going to say?
พี่เองก็หวังว่าสักวันพี่ก็จะมอบสร้อยดาวอาทิตย์ให้คนที่รักพี่ ก็เหมือนที่แม่รัก
Is this going to play into like the last episode where he gives it to him? Because I feel like that was very significant that he mentioned he wants to give it to the person he loves. So there might be conflict in his feelings for James, maybe, and Bass throughout this season. I get it, to be left alone, to be by yourself, because feels very isolated, very alone. Quite nice use via the meme, like a dream, to incorporate this in the show.
พี่มาโคครับ พี่มาโค พ
Yeah, see? He's just by himself, and he finally found someone, but even in his dreams, he's afraid to lose this person already. Yeah, dreams like that can be very, very frightening. His little bed hair.
พี่มาโคพี่มาโคพี่มาโคพี่มาโคพี่มาโคพี่
Oh, a dream within a dream.
พี่มาโค
บาส
พี่มาโคบาสพี่มาโค
Where you grab it? Oh.
ผมนึกว่าพี่หายไปแล้วอะ
ว่าทุกฝันร้ายนะ
As the first person we've seen to really show Bass some real kindness without it kind of being too selfish, he's clung to Marco. He's like an anchor for. Oh, there's the joke into them.
ไว้
He's like an anchor for him. See?
ที่ไม่ไปไหน
I'd be careful, Marco, because it's clear
นะครับ
Bass is becoming attached and attracted to you at the same time and safe with you.
พี่มาโค ไม่เคยมีใครดีกับผม
See?
แบบพี่เลยนะ
He's up like a light.
เอ้า
Oh, I wouldn't go there yet, Bass. Be careful. But it's understandable. I'm worried that he feels like he has to do this to repay a person in kindness. See, he's like a child in this moment. Like he's just desperate for that comfort.
ไม่นะครับพี่
ให้โทรมาแต่เช้า
อ้าว พี่อยู่กับอินเหรอ
เปล่าครับ น้องชายผมอะครับ
แล้วอิดล่ะ
เอ็ดก็
ฉี่
ไม่ได้ติดต่อมาสักพักหนึ่งแล้วครับ
ถ้ายังไงได้ข่าวสองคนนี้อย่าลืมอัปเดตพี่กับพี่จุ๊บด้วยนะ
Okay.
ครับ พี่จะไปไหนแต่เช้าเลยอะครับ
พี่ว่าจะไปบ้านฟาสหน่อย เป็นห่วงมัน
แล้วพี่จะไปถึงกี่โมงอะครับ
ถามทำไมเหรอ
Yeah, and that's a weird question to ask.
ก็น่าจะอีกสักพักหนึ่งอะ
อ๋อ ไม่มีอะไรครับพี่ เดินทางปลอดภัยนะครับ
And there's music to indicate that this is bad. Because it takes 4.5 hours for Marco to drive. He's not going to get back in time. The snoring. I really like them added in someone snoring. Oh, nice use of the camera there with the angle. It's now handheld.
ไม่ติดว่ะ
You didn't let him pick up. You hung up. Yeah, you hung up really quickly. They're calling each other at the same time. Here you go.
โอ้ยโทรไม่ติดสักทีอ่ะ
Keep trying
ดี
there.
วะ ค่อยๆโทรไปก่อน
Yeah, exactly. Ada's the only one thinking here.
มีไหนเปล่าครับพี่
เจมส์โทรมาไม่รู้เรื่องอะไรหรอ
Well, you're gonna find out. Because
Yeah, long
call
time.
again then. Oh, you take too long.
ฮัลโหล
กว่าจะรับนะมึงอ่ะ พี่ตีกำลังจะไปบ้านบาส
ฮะ
พี่ตีกำลังจะไปบ้านบาส
Not sure what to make of this episode. It was definitely interesting because of the dynamics of the couples, but also the impending worry of T finding out too much because we know he has a contract with them, they're on a tight leash and they can't really do anything. I would say with James and 8, we got a little bit more of the jealousy and a little bit more of them discussing it, but only a little bit. But it's clear why 8 feels the way he does, and it makes complete sense. You would feel that way if the person you've just started dating has a friend who's that attentive, but also whenever they're in a room together, there's a lot of tension between Marco and 8. And I mean, it's clear why there's tension. I think James just doesn't want to believe in it because he views Marco as a friend. But clearly, along the way, Marco's feelings developed. I really enjoyed watching Bass kind of let go a little bit. I liked seeing he was still vulnerable, but he was trying not to be in a very dark place. He was trying to see the light. But with that happening, he started to take what Marco's doing a bit too in the vein of, I have to pay him back, but it feels a bit as if he doesn't know any other way but to be a bit close and maybe a bit sexual. I'm not saying that we're going to have sex in that moment. I mean, it was a kiss, it could have been a chase kiss, but he is very much someone who needs to be loved, because by the sounds of it, he was never truly loved by anyone in his life. And Marco's been very attentive and nice towards him, but he's taken it the wrong way. And this always happens when you have those situations arise. If you've always felt isolated and alone, and there's no one there for you, and then someone comes and they show you some sort of affection, you do cling to it, and it's probably very confusing for Bass if he is attracted to him, if he's not. But I will say, Marco definitely was awake when they kissed because of the smile on his face and the hug. And I guess it's where did those two go if they form a relationship, because we had the idea of the necklace. He told us a really beautiful story, a Taiwanese story, and he did say he wants to give that necklace to someone, which felt like a clue for us to remember for later on down the line, probably in the last episode. So it really is significant and it means something, so that we look back and remember it. And I guess it's also, from the music video, we saw a lot of crying, we saw kind of little bits of arguments. So I guess we're going to deal with T maybe getting away with what he did, which doesn't shock me because people in power tend to get away with things a lot of the time. So there's that to deal with, and the repercussions from that, because Bass hasn't told anyone, and what will T do? Will they capture T trying to do something to him? I don't know. It's one of these things that's very uncomfortable, but it's very real what happens. But also, what happens to James and 8 in their relationship, because there seems to be an argument coming up, and that could just be because of Marco. We don't know what goes on after. We still have to kind of create a bit of anguish and tension with not just the couples but everyone involved, so that the story's pushed forward, and then it's where do we build from there? Because it's a short season as well, you have to kind of pack in a lot. But I like the way it's done so far, especially for me, Bass and Marco. Though it seems like maybe their relationship starts quickly, kind of makes sense with the circumstances going on, but I'd be very careful rushing into a relationship with Bass because of what's happened to him. It might be better to let him know you care, but not to force him and say there's no pressure to do anything. We can just be friends, and if something develops, which it looks like it will be, but it's heightened emotions in a very short span of time as well, and you don't know how you will feel further down the line. So we have to see how he deals with everything that happened, because there's a lot that has happened and a lot still to come, because they still haven't even really finished the show, and then this scandal hits it right in the middle of filming, and their relationship is there, and then if Beth has another relationship, and I feel like T has too much control, which is strange because if you actually think, when he called the executive producers, they said they would get rid of him, so he's expendable, and I think he forgets that. Thank you for watching. That was episode 1 of season 2, and I will be back soon with episode 2.